thrived on scoring goals.
Macdonald coming in. That's it.
You used to have a go. You were not afraid to fail.
Macdonald with the chance to make it that. There it is.
You always said that you were a left back. Is that right?
Stapleton on the near post. Macdonald!
Fantastic left foot. Not a bad right foot either. Good in the air.
And Macdonald becomes the first man since the war to score 5 in a match for England.
In 1975, Don Revie had just given his team talk. We were due to play Cyprus, and you pulled myself and Mick Shannon to one side, and I was flabbergasted by what you had to say. Do you recall that?
I can recall that I was one of the elder statesmen then, and Don Revie brought me back into the England fold, as it was. And I can remember thinking, there's two front men here, right up my street, who know what it's like to get forward and score goals. You're one of those people that I know you could be G'd up, could be got at. You lived on goals, you thrived on scoring goals. And I thought, at this particular time that we were playing Cyprus at home at Wembley, I thought it was ripe for you to go and get a right hatful of goals. So in my own little way, without the manager, I thought that I'd G one of my teammates up to go and score goals.
But you pulled me to one side and you told me, and I wasn't aware of it at the time, what the goal scoring record at Wembley was. And what you did to me was, you told me what the record for scoring goals.
5 goals is the record for England.
And it was Willie Hall back, I think, in 1928.
Yeah.
But you said, you're going to break that. I want 6 from you tonight. And I'll tell you, it was the longest coach journey I've ever had to Wembley that night. And not helped, if you recall, because the bus couldn't turn a gate and it had to reverse, and do you remember it got stuck in the mud?
That's right, we got out and pushed it.
We had to get out, all the England squad out and pushing the bus out of the mud, all jockeying for the position where we weren't behind the wheels. But we got to Wembley. It wasn't more than 2 or 3 minutes into the game. The first one went in.
Keegan, and a free kick. Cyprus pulling players back. The penalty area littered with blue shirts. And so away Macdonald.
I didn't get a well done from you. All I got was a reminder. That's 1, 5 more to go.
That's right.
10 minutes left in this first half, still 1-0 to England. It's Beattie. Number 8, Channon. Bell again, linking on the right. Right through the lot to Keegan. Macdonald. 2-0.
Every time a goal went in, with a reminder.
Yeah. Well, that was your game, that was your life. I mean, you're predator, that's what you needed. You needed somebody to keep saying, that is what you've got to do tonight.
Madeley with every Cypriot player between him and goal, that's Bell. Madeley again. 11 Cypriots between him and the goal mouth, funneling back on their own penalty area. Keegan! Macdonald, set up by Keegan, and Macdonald's hat-trick.
And the third one, I remember when the third one, and you came back and I said, I'm telling you now, you've got to go for it tonight, and your eyes like you've gone.
Ball for England. Macdonald. Oh. A superb goal.
You were in ecstasy, you thought, I'm here now. Nothing could have stopped you getting the goals that you got. And I knew I'd done my job then, you know, in my own little way, to get my striker, my frontman I'm working with, to go and get after goals and be hungry and greedy, and you were that night. You were on fire that night.
David Thomas. Ball to Thomas. Macdonald, number 5. And Macdonald becomes the first man since the war to score 5 in a match for England.
And it wasn't until the 5th, when the 5th went in, that you actually said to me, well done, but you were still pushing. You said, well done for getting 5. You equalled the record. but you didn't get the sixth one. And even with a bit of praise, you still slapped me on the wrist.
Well, that's me. I mean, you were like on cloud 9, so you just got to bring you down a peg. Bring you down a peg.
And that was your forte.
That's right.
I had a prolific record as a league goal scorer at club level. But apart from the Cyprus game, I really didn't make it at international level. Why did I not make it?
Well, I don't think you were made comfortable, to be quite honest. If it had been Sir Alf Ramsey and not Don Revie, you would have been given... I always remember Sir Alf saying to me, you're getting your debut, young man, and you'll play for your country 10 times. And then you'll tell me whether you're going to be good enough or not. At the particular time with Don Revie, unfortunately, he was chopping and changing and searching and seeking. And you became in that category along with Tony Curry, Charlie George. I was coming at the end of my tether with him, and he was searching and seeking for things. And I think you're just unfortunate, Malcolm, that he wasn't settled, that you didn't get the run of games you needed to bed in and become the goal scorer at international level, as you did at league level, because goal scorers score goals at all levels, and you were one of the best goal scorers I played with.
Stapleton on the near post. Macdonald!
Well, number 33, where it all began. I was born here, and it wasn't long before I was joining the thronging crowds that would come down here along Finlay Street, up to the ground, and that's where it all started for me. It was my dream to play for Fulham Football Club. As a kid, I used to take the bags of all the footballers. It was in the days long before they had cars, the days of the maximum wage. I used to get their autographs, and it was my intention to emulate my heroes. And that's what I did by the time I was 18. Well, I trained here in the evenings as a schoolboy, but sadly, Fulham didn't think I was quite up to the grade. And it took my family moving down to Sussex, and I started playing for Tunbridge in the Southern League in Kent. Well, lo and behold, it was Fulham who came along and signed me for the princely sum of £1,750. Ambition achieved at long last. Mind, it wasn't the happiest of years. In fact, it was quite a nightmare. But saved at the end of that season, thanks to Alec Stock. Alec bought me, really, in the first instance, as a fullback. But during the pre-season games, he had played me up front, I scored goals, he liked what I did, and it was obvious that my established position with Luton Town was going to be as a striker. On the Friday morning, prior to the first game of the season, which was against Barrow here at Kenilworth Road, after training, Alex Stock came into the dressing room with his book, a book of facts and figures of the whole history of his managing career, of how all the clubs had done. He said, well, gentlemen, and Alec was of a very military nature, and so we all had to sit in the dressing room in the same order that we would wear the following day. Goalkeeper, right back, left back, right half, so on all the way round. He came in and he said, well, gentlemen, you see, this season we're going to win promotion from the 3rd division to the 2nd division, and I'm going to tell you just how you're going to do it. He then went on from his book to tell us how many games we were allowed to lose, and we weren't allowed to lose any more than 10. He said the wins and the draws would take care of themselves after that. He then informed us how many goals we had to score. If I remember rightly, it was about 80. He told us we were not allowed to let in any more than 32 goals. These were stiff targets that he was throwing at us, but he continued. He said, now, gentlemen, for the 80 goals, I'm going to tell you who is going to score them and how. Firstly, the goalkeeper, well, I'll let you off of scoring goals, but I do expect you to save at least 3 penalties in the season. To John Ryan, the right back, he turned and he said, John Ryan likes to overlap, gets forward, gets into the opposing area, 4 goals. Jack Bannister, left back, doesn't like to get forward too much, but, well, we'll put you down for 1, Jack. And so Alex Stock went around the team. 8 for Mike Keane, 8 for Johnny Collins, 5 for the 2 centre-halves each. And so it went round. And he came to Keith Allen before me and he said, Keith Allen, attacking midfield player. Yes, think you should get a few. We'll put you down for a dozen. Laurie Sheffield, centre-forward. Very experienced, more clubs than Jack Nicklaus. Yes, we'll put you down for 18. Now, I was the young lad of the side, new signing, going to be playing with the experienced Laurie Sheffield, and I thought, well, if I'm put down for about 18, yeah, I'll be happy with that. And that's around the figure I was expecting. Alex Stock looked at me and he said, Macdonald, the new boy, 30 goals. And immediately went on. Well, I fell off my seat. 30 goals, 46 league matches, 1 goal to 1.5 matches. It was a phenomenal target that he was asking me to go for. The following day, we beat Barrow 3-0. I didn't score. I was panic-stricken. I came into the dressing room, frantic. Still with 30 goals to score, 45 games remaining. We went to Bournemouth for the second match of the season. Soon after half-time, Mike Keane knocked the ball beyond the centre-halves. I went on, I took it around the keeper, knocked it into the net. Terrific. 29 goals left, 44 games to go. And all the way through the season, I counted off the goals as the games counted themselves off. And I got to the end of the season and I'd scored 29. I was 1 short of the target. Although, Luton Town, we got promoted, exactly as Alex said. We had only lost 9 games. It all worked, strictly to his form book. The following season, I scored 32 goals. Not only had I got 1 extra, I'd also paid back Alex goal from the season before. But the philosophy that Alex targets had created in my mind was how important goals are, what they can get you, what they gain a team. And from then on, 30 goals were my target, and it became a philosophy.
Macdonald, 2-0. Boom, fouling Macdonald. Now that was a cleverly taken free kick. And he scored! Macdonald. Cassidy. Macdonald. There's no doubt about that when SUPERMAC gets a ball like that.
Tudor forward in the inside right position. Macdonald in the centre forward position, just left of the penalty spot. Pulling away. Here's Macdonald!
Every season, I said right at the very beginning, I will score 30 goals. Because it wasn't a question of me believing it, it was a question of Alex Stock knowing I could do it. And he gave me the confidence for that. Coming near to the end of my second season here at Luton, Alex Stock, over the Easter, he had taken me to the centre of the pitch and had a quiet chat with me and said, well, young man, we need a few bob in the old kitty for the club, and so we're going to sell you this summer. And he told me that there were 3 First Division clubs interested. We had 1 game remaining, which was against Cardiff City. We needed to beat Cardiff by 2 clear goals so that we could qualify for the Watney Cup. We beat them 3-0. I scored a hat-trick. Alex Stock was delighted. We had qualified for the Watney Cup, and obviously scouts have been watching me from the stands. Alec told me to report the next day to the ground here. I'd been sat waiting for him for a couple of hours. He came hot, flustered, hot foot from London. He had met with Joe Harvey, manager of Newcastle United, at the Great Northern Hotel by King's Cross Station. He said, I have just completed a transaction with Joe Harvey. He's waiting for you at the hotel to go and discuss your contractual terms with him. I wish you all the very best of luck. So I got into the car, went down to the hotel, the Great Northern, and walked in, and there was Joe Harvey. His first words were, as he came over to me, so you're the little beggar that